So I feel like most of your problems this game came from A, you guys didn't really contest high ground much and not very effectively. B, your tanks were stacking, oftentimes on point, but basically Ash didn't really make any space for you. So it was sometimes you were fighting two of their team members by yourself, which is undesirable, obviously. And then three, I didn't. Obviously, we don't hear the comms here, and I know in scrims you guys do like focus calls, right? Like I sometimes I could kind of tell like maybe there was a focus call made, so you shifted your attention to like shoot at someone, but it wasn't very, it wasn't done very effectively again. So like the times that it just like without hearing the comms, it felt like you were just kind of shooting somewhat randomly at targets because you guys struggled really hard to confirm kills. And maybe that's just like you need to not shift the focus call so fast. Maybe like literally shoot this one person until he dies. I don't know. Again, I don't hear the comms. So whatever. Okay, let's get started. So your loadout looks fine to me. You notice your team pushes right side, their whole team is left side. And you're struggling. And like off the bat, you get pushed into, and your team is not with you. Like you guys just get wrapped. Maybe you should have been playing with your team more and like wrapped them more aggressively. Or maybe you guys could have just contested left side. I don't think they have like a significantly superior comp to contest the high ground, especially without the pip chickens in the first round. So here, I'm glad you didn't go up the stairs right away. I think you told your Ash to come up here with you. Although you still try to push in before she gets here. Maybe there was a call to focus Cassie, but neither you nor Ash heard or saw the ruckus coming up the stairs. I thought it was kind of loud, but maybe no one heard anyways. And then Ash rotates out, and then Inara comes here, but neither of you see the pip, so then both of you have to give that up too. It's just kind of strange. And then like you start shooting people on the left, and then both your tanks are up top, but you're not. And then now both your tanks are not there, and they have high ground again. And then Ash and Inara are kind of sort of in the same place. That ult attempt was fine, like I respect that. You start shooting Cassie, and then like Ash was up there with you, but I don't know if that was the right call to start shooting Cassie. I know she was shooting you, but you probably didn't have to peek her there. You could have helped Ash, because Ash had her shield up. You probably could have just shot the ruckus and gotten him off the high ground. Because you notice their team kept trying to take control of that, which is the right call. And then your team, like, kind of sort of did, but never full committed. And never really, like, 100% took control of that area. Almost a good kill on Cassie, but you just can't finish her off, and she has Janos with her and a Luminary Mark, and it's just you by yourself, like, pushing that. I know you got her low, but it's just rough, especially when you only have caught one. Like, I know it's just Janos heals, but still, you know, it's healing. With caught one, she's gonna get healed. So I'm glad Ash pushed that, and I don't understand why she came back right away. Like she dashed into Cassie. I thought she was gonna just push her out, but then she immediately turned around. I don't know if that was comms to say, hey, don't leave. Like you guys just can't finish people off. I see everyone getting low at times, but no one died. I think that was just you having to touch. Maybe a little bit early, but maybe not. Maybe it was necessary. I mean, at this point, it's just like, you guys just have to focus like one person. Okay, good. So the barrack dies. I guess at that point it was just too late. Like, for the one barrack to die, most of your team had to die to make it happen. So you guys don't contest left side again. And your tanks are stacking again. I guess this is a little bit different because barrack is here. But you know that he has an ult. So if you were gonna ult in his ults, because that's where you know he's going to be, like, by the time you ulted, it was purely for self-defense. Which obviously is fine to use lian ult that way sometimes, but most of your ults this game, I feel like, were used for self-defense, which means, I mean, for self-defense without getting a kill. So it was just like you never got your ult back. It was just very inefficient. Rover gets picked. This just is very chaotic. And I think here you were just, this is what happens when I'm waiting for my dash to come up, so I think you're just waiting for your dash to come up and you just look dumb because you're sitting there not hitting buttons, which is something I do all the time. But just keep shooting because you still had 4 ammo. Ashe staggered a little bit, which is not terrible. It wasn't a huge stagger. And then you're solo pushing into, I mean, maybe you didn't know the Ruckus was there. I guess Halifax was you. Okay. That's good.
Overtime, hurry your butt up.
I'm not sure I understand that ult. I think it was in self-defense again, even though you're completely full health, but maybe it was just like a panic, like last ditch effort to do something. But you guys, like, I don't know, like you guys ignored the Cassie entirely, and I think she killed people. That Cassie is just, well, I guess it wasn't even the Cassie, it was the Pip. I think you took damage from the Cassie for sure, though. Your Ashe is, like, afraid to push in. Okay, there she goes. See, that's all it takes. Like, Ashe just went up there, and then Cassie was like, okay, bye. But now Cassie's on the left side. Alright, so as soon as you heard those chickens, I don't know if you could have done any better. The Cassie was pushing you, and she was going to go on the left side. I don't know if you could have lived. Another thing with your team clumping so hard is that it made Pip's chickens, like, so much better. Like, Pip chickens are just good, obviously, but it made it easy to get really good Pip ults off. So I don't know why both of your tanks went left. But then you start shooting at Ruckus. And now neither of your tanks are left. I'm really confused. Where did Ashe go? Do you see how, like, what I mean by both, like, your tanks feel attached at the hip? Like, they're playing together so much. So here, Ashe, I feel like Ashe can push a little bit more on the right, but you guys are just on point. I guess it's okay for now. That's a good use of Ashe shield. That's good. Ashe is here. Did that ult not even hit? I think it was more for self-defense again because you were trying to tank a Ruckus to the face. It's a good pick on the gentleman. This is all okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You are quite the warrior.
But you see how they keep pushing on the left side? Like, when you guys are in base, they always contest the left side. Always. You see, that was the case of what I was saying before about, I think this is the end of the game. Yeah. So that was the case of me saying before, like that was such a great pit vault because you guys just stack on points so hard. Like both your tanks have a tendency to do that, and then I guess because Grover heals, so you have to be somewhat together. But like you didn't have to be that close. But yeah, so in general, during the point fight, like at the beginning of the point fight, you notice how they always contested high ground on that left staircase rail thing, whatever platform. I don't know what to call it. And then you guys never did. I mean, you have Fortress Breaker Ash. Like that's pretty good for contesting high ground. And then when they pushed, before they got into your base, just like at the beginning of the push, they always sent people to the right, to your right side high ground. And that one I'll give you guys credit for because there was some attempts to contest that. It just felt uncoordinated. Like people were like both tanks were like in and out and in and out, but you guys never had full control of that area. And then you had to like back out certain times, and then when your tanks were up there, somehow you weren't shooting at the same people they were shooting at. Again, I don't know if that's a call that someone made or something else. I don't know. And then when they pushed into base, they always contested your left staircase, ramp, whatever thing, into the base area. And it's like your tanks again, like either moved. They always moved as a unit, so they're either like on the cart together, or they like went left together, but then never fully committed to that. Um, and I think at one point I saw Anar on the right side and Ash on the in mid. I don't know, but like the deep. I don't know what Talus was doing all game. I wasn't really watching him, but you play. You did. I did see you try. You try to play off Ash a little bit. That was good, but you guys never really won control of anything, or if you did, you kind of gave it up pretty fast, and so it just didn't work.